What's up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be checking out top 20 Thomas Sowell quotes. Let's get to it.
Understood why it is greed to want to keep the money you have earned, but not greed to want to take somebody else's money. When you want to help people, you tell them the truth. When you want to help yourself, you tell them what they want to hear.
That's interesting. When you want to help people, you tell them the truth. When you want to help yourself, you tell them what they want to hear.
It's amazing how much panic one honest man can spread among a multitude of hypocrites. People who pride themselves on their complexity and deride others for being simplistic should realize that the truth is often not very complicated. What gets complex is evading the truth.
Facts.
The first lesson of economics is scarcity. There is never enough of anything to satisfy all those who want it. The first lesson of politics is to disregard the first lesson of economics.
Thomas Sowell said this. Oh my goodness, this is so true. This is so true. Yeah, the first lesson of economics is scarcity. There is never enough of anything to satisfy all those who want it. The first lesson of politics is to disregard the first lesson of economics. True. Absolutely true. Yeah.
Much of the social history of the Western world over the past 3 decades has involved replacing what worked with what sounded good.
Usually comes from one side of the political spectrum, if you ask me.
The problem isn't that Johnny can't read. The problem isn't even that Johnny can't think. The problem is that Johnny doesn't know what thinking is. He confuses it with feeling.
I've seen this one before. I remember I was trying to quote this to somebody and I did remember. Or maybe I was trying to quote it in one of my videos. So I did remember. Now let me screen munch it. I'll go learn it. Because this is very important. Now, a lot of people, when they talk in conversations, they think that they are sharing reasonable thoughts. But in all actual sense, they are not even thinking. They don't even know if it's their thoughts. They're just, confusing things, confusing feelings. This here is just spot on. Yeah. It can explain a lot of things. Like this quote alone can explain a lot of things. When you're familiar with it, you can just hear somebody talking. You're like, okay. You don't even argue anymore.
Intellect is not wisdom. Some of the biggest cases of mistaken identity are among intellectuals who have trouble remembering that they are not God.
Yes. Yes.
Racism does not have a good track record. It's been tried out for a long time, and you'd think by now we'd want to put an end to it instead of putting it under new management. Socialism in general has a record of failure so blatant that only an intellectual could ignore or evade it.
Only an intellectual. Like the way this man talks, the way he scripts is kind of like the irony, but it does make sense. Socialism in general has a record of failure so blatant that only an intellectual could ignore or evade it. So a normal person sees it, but an intellectual tries to figure it out. Makes it even worse.
There are only 2 ways of telling the complete truth anonymously and posthumously. Despite a voluminous and often fervent literature on income distribution, the cold fact is that most income is not distributed, it is earned. There are no solutions. There are only trade-offs.
Ooh, okay.
When people get used to preferential treatment, equal treatment seems like discrimination.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know why I'm so excited just listening to this thing. Because I don't know, man, but when I listen to Thomas Sowell, everything, or a lot of things he says just aligns with my thinking process. Like, I'm not saying I'm as intelligent as he is, but some things, when he says, it's like, yeah. Like, I agree with it. Maybe I'm gullible, I don't know. But this does make sense. It makes sense, and it describes a lot of occurrences in 2023, or in modern times, I'm going to put it. It does describe a lot. Oh,
Thanks for watching my video, and do subscribe my channel.
So that's intellectual quotes. I'll put the link to his channel in the description, so please go check him out. That was very, very good. Yeah, and Thomas Sowell, legendary economist and American author, as you can see on the video. Bro, that does make a lot of sense. Let me know what you think. If you have more Thomas Sowell quotes that might not have been in the video and you want to share, please feel free to do so. I feel like he had a lot of writings and text about fair, what is it called? Welfare. Yeah, he had a lot of those. I can't think of one right now, but if you want to share, feel free to do so. It's the end of this one. Smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.